Well, I've downloaded the primitives drawing from the desktop, and it's a drawing containing examples of most of the primitives or draw elements that you'd find on the drop-down menu. And so it's a good idea to spend a little time looking at them. You know what a line is. It has a midpoint, an endpoint. A polyline is one entity, but as you can see here, has lots of segments within it. A polygon is quite straightforward. You can have 5, 6, 7 or 8 sides. A spline is a shape, a closed shape with the line drawn through each of the vertices as you draw it. A multiline you might use for a wall. A rectangle, of course, is quite obvious. An arc has center point, begin and end. Circle we've dealt with. Here I've drawn a line from out at this point to the center of the circle by using the OSNAP entities there, and this other line here is drawn by having line OSNAP tangent. You notice I'm moving around by holding the wheel of the mouse down as I move. This is a piece of single line text. If you want to edit, just come over here and pop into that edit text contents box, and we'll call it single line text 2. This is a paragraph of text, and you can size that paragraph by closing it down, right click and move it, and so on. You can get a little fancier and put text along a line. Let's have a look at a construction line. That's that dotted line you see that runs infinitely towards the top of the screen and the bottom. A ray starts at one point and just radiates out. An ellipse has 2 axes, major and minor. You can have a polyline such as this and then hatch it with any sort of hatch pattern you want. A point is shown like so. It's known as a node, and you can change the point marker. So we'd quite like you to open up that primitives drawing and just have a look at some of these shapes that you can put into a design. If you were keen, you could come over here and take a look at some of the editing that's possible. So here's a polyline with bulge segments, quadratic spline, curve fitting, linear quadratic, constant width polylines, filled, and so on. There are lots of individual modifications that you can apply to these sorts of entities.